20 of the 24 chatters, Geri and Freki, Jötnar, Helja, Hel. Literacy on symbolic language of myths and kvæði, sacred poems, spot the allegory in God's spells. I'm telling thee one thing, we are Ginnungagap. We are the great void, the womb of the universe, the fullness, truth, eternity, reality, divinity. Odin given to Odin, myself given to myself, Hávamál, Vísa 138 and on, Gnothi Seauton, know thyself, which we gain by transcending, not on the level of thinking. Helja, or Hel, is a coffee break between lifespans. Lifespan is ævi in Icelandic, æjus in Sanskrit. We leave the body for a while when we transcend, and the body cells are alive and are resting in alertness and wakefulness. But when we die, to leave the body in the world and we ourselves go to Helja, then the body gets recycled, just as all other matter. It is changing all our life anyway, so nothing in it is stable, all ingoing and outgoing stuff all the time. We know this, don't we? We cannot identify ourselves with our bodies because they are of unstable, ever-changing particles, not real at all. There should be no sorrow in dying. It is only the body that dies, and it was of the material of the world. We lived in it, but cannot do so forever and ever. It gets worn as other garments. In the autumn, the leaves fade and fall off, and in spring the sap makes some new ones. New moon boxing on waning moon, always the same moon, the sun sets, and it's the same sun that arises the next morning, when Mother Earth's surface turns us that way. We are Ginnungagap, so we should not worry. The honeymead, the flow of consciousness, is in us all our life. We should live a spiritual life, perform a Valkyria every hour day. Enjoy abundance and perfect health as a byproduct thereof in our material life. This is to live the flow of consciousness, called wine in myths. Wine of Valföður, Odin in Glaðheimar. Wine from Jesus instead of the worldly element water. So what do Geri and Freki eat? Greyum sínum, to his dogs, Valföður gives meat. Tröll are our ignorance and must be beaten, gotten rid of. Thursar are old, useless evolutionary stages, past, and must be gotten rid of. Jötnar are working for the recycling department as they eat material. This is a necessity, as we must reuse what has been created as an experiment, but turns out to be of no use. So Odin, Vili, and the Jötnar form a cycle, creation of something and recycling of matter, because only that which is perfect has come to stay. Anything not perfect has to go. The hero in all our bedtime stories, myths, in the guise of innocent entertainment, always jumps fully alive out of the big bad wolf's tummy when it is opened by fate and destiny. Jötnar etones are corrosiveness, free radicals, rust, mold, the withering process caused by light and air. We know that all material is unstable from the very quarks of which it is. We cannot pinpoint them, even by your elaborate device of science and man's curiosity. Gungnir, vibrations, is all there is, out of what we make our worlds, according to our purity. That which is perfect, Siddhi, is meant to stay. Jötnar do not corrode that. Siður is all about truth, so it can never be completely lost, even if it hibernates, Sleeping Beauty, Brynhildur Valkyrja, during the dark ages, Kali Yuga. Our Forni Siður is Sanatana Dharma, the everlasting Siður. It is Akshaya, that which does not decay. Force and threat conversion, picture in a French magazine. Force conversion, threat-imposed religions are strong empires. They invent dogmas on one lifespan only, meant as a pressure of time to repent and pay money. They always use or borrow or steal or abuse some of the visible surface of heathen ancient wisdom in the world, only have replaced the core with things and doctrines that serve the empirical intention of institutional religions and denominations they call the will of their god, taken out of context of the pantheon, Vishwadeva, named by them God, which means only a deva or devata. Jötnar are a necessity in the cycle in the world. We cannot fill the world with stuff we make. There has to be the cleaning up department and the recycling office. Jyotis. Jyotis here means light and other corrosive factors in the universe. Jötunheimar. Helja is the womb and the tomb. When the tomb is empty in myths, then the man has been reborn. In the Easter egg, there is a surprise. An egg is the same mystery as Helja. Esther is the deity of spring, perhaps 13-year-old girl wearing a yellow dress, not yet a woman, not either a child, but something of an innocent promise of something to come. Helgi, its holiness. Hula, a cover to hide something out of sight. Hola, it's a hole or hollow. And other words are connected to the mystery of death from a body and the birth to a body. Urður, doings. Verðandi, a process of the natural law of action and reaction. And skuld, debt or duty, have a lot to do with this pause between lifespans in the holy, peaceful Helja. Just like they play the same role in its ævi, lifespan, of ours, on the vivacious worldly battlefield of life, Vigríðarslétta. Bithor and battered trolls of ignorance, using the swastika, mjölnir, letting in the rays of God's sun, where she shines in our life. The rune of hell is very cold, all calmness and holiness, with something hidden from us, cold iciness, frostiness, and the bright, cold light is her abode. She is the goddess of nothingness. We can die into a mountain, and we should trust Helja well, because we have no bodily needs there, and our real self is in the safe keeping until we decide to leave her hotel of hospitality and start on our next ævi, lifespan, on our search for the supreme. Freya guards us, Brísingamenn, mankind, with love and care when we choose to live as men in a body. That we do whenever we wish to be born to our karma, skuld, and go on our individually different paths of evolution, which all yet have the one and the same goal, perfection, Siddhartha, hitherto.